Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do this on the Cowpo podcast, not the fear mongering with this. You know, I usually do that with fear mongering, but we'll do this with the Cowpo podcast. Well. It looks like the hunch. Donald J. Trump guilty on all 34 counts of the hush money with Stormy Daniels. His butt buddy turned on him. Mr. Cohen, the fixer. The fixer gets it done. It's a George Thorogood song. The fixer gets it done. But anyways, guys, it is what it is, man. But welcome. What's going on with you guys? But as I talked in the download, I do appreciate our military men of the armed forces. I appreciate you very, very much for all you guys do out there. And I know this is I don't do a lot of Cowpot ones from the studio. I usually do in my car. But it is what it is, man. I'm trying to get over here to something over here to tweet out the thing. I can open my Twitter. Perfect. Yes. But I remember the military man of the armed forces. We do appreciate you guys out there very, very much. All the branches, and we know that he's disrespected them of the armed forces and whatever else. So, Air Force, Army, and the Marines, the Navy, the Merchant, National Coast Guard, the uniform. Thank you very, very much for your service to this country. Without you, nothing at all. And God bless the working class. We know he stiffed a lot of the working class out there as well. He did a lot of that behavior when he builds his casinos. I know I saw a video of him cruising down in New York to going back to Trump Tower and everything else. And all the booing going on, all the behavior. We'll see if the white boys go out and get that done. We'll see it happen. So, always I'm still, yeah, okay, you go right ahead. And vote Blair White. Go for it, man. She's going to vote for him. You going to vote for a convicted felon? I guess the sentencing is July something. I think my lovely wife just told me, so I don't know exactly the date. But you are your choices in life. Remember that. We always appreciate. You run with good people. I know Dave called me, wanted me to help bail out. What's his name? Mark Terry. I'm like, not bailing that guy out of jail. But anyways, and like I said, you run with, make good choices, safe sex an issue, thrill pill, trend sharp act, prevent gonorrhea, needle, any of those diseases you don't want, and you don't want to be unwanted children, and all that kind of behavior going on out there. So if you have a condom on, don't drink and drive either. You want to open a couple beers like this. Yeah, I'm not surprised, but make good choices in your life, and guilty as charged. Didn't take too long to get the hunch. Your 45th unselected president of the United States of America, and right now the 46th is probably loving it, but people will still vote for him. The dumbass white boys will go out and do what they want to do. I don't like the plagiarizer. The 46th president, Biden, I don't hate the hunch, but he has a long track record of screwing all the working class in the construction business, and it is what it is. Let's see if Sweet Melissa is in the building. Get her on, but see if she's in the building. So you can get her on real quick. I know if I called Ted the Talking Head, he wouldn't be very happy with that behavior. Let's see if Sweet Melissa is on. See. Let's see if she is on. If she's available to come on the show and talk a little 34 felony counts. I guess not, but she'd be good to have on because I told her he'd be probably found guilty. He knew he was going to be guilty. You could just tell. But coming from a law family, and when he was sleeping in the in there, it's like some people cope with with other things like alcohol. Maybe let's say you're I don't know, whatever your problem is in your life, if you're depressed or something's going wrong in your life, and there's other ways you deal with alcohol. risky, sex, whatever. You indulge on food. You don't eat. Sleeping. If my mother was alive, I guarantee it. I talked to a couple people I know in the law business that are a little older, obviously, than me, that know my mother, and they go, he's guilty as charged, and he's disrespecting the jury by leaning back and sleeping, and just the behavior outside. People are still going to vote for the guy. I guess. Go ahead. I'm a independent Republican, libertarian. When he went to the libertarian thing, which I saw a video on that, it's like, why are you going there? They want nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. But some people, middle America, like myself, just want to go to work, pay their bills, their taxes, and love their family and help out in the community, whatever you're going to do. Don't really like either one of them, but I'm still going to vote. I was listening to some African-American gentleman, and he goes, I don't know who I'm going to vote for. I won't vote at all. Don't say that. There are other things in your community you got to vote for. You can vote you can vote independent if you want. You can vote for libertarian, but don't do this. I'm not going to vote. The people have died. A military in the armed forces stormed those beaches before, in World War II, right? In Vietnam they went, and Korea they went, and everybody hates us. They all want to come here. But what I saw of his actions, ripping on the judge actually said. He asked if he should be recused because we're his daughter, and they said no. He seemed like, I guess he's a pretty lenient judge. I've sat in with when my mother would do her stuff, and it was always fun. Go to Hennepin County. I've been down there. The last time I was down there, I got accused of speeding, but my camera was like, I wasn't speeding. I wasn't going 75. I was going 64, and it got dismissed. That was the last time I was down there. People come down half dressed, but it is fun to go to any local. Like Cotton Providence is pretty fun. I guess he's dying of cancer. He'd be fun to see. He's pretty good. He's a pretty good judge. He's real lenient, but understands, and But it is fun to go there. But when you sit there and sleep in your courtroom, or like in a meeting, you sleep, you close your eyes. It's a disrespect towards the jury. That that he was just trying to sleep away the truth. I guess. I never heard of Stormy Daniels. I never heard of her as a porn actress until then. And like people have said, you could be the best male porn actress around, or actress, and do a bunch of videos, and they pay you $1,000 per video, and nobody else gets the after effect, right? And this goes up on a non-monetized channel. But we have to get back to a third party, and it has to be 1 6-year term for presidents, and then you're done. That's it. I like Amy Klobuchar. I had a chance to meet her during Super Bowl 52. Shook her hand. What's his name, who left because of sexual misdeeds? I told him I saw him down at the airport, and I told him, and he kind of mentioned it later on that I told him. He said, you shouldn't step down. I said, you were voted in, you get voted out. You made a poor choice. You made good with your wife and the person you did it to. But it should be in the Senate 2 times 4. I love Amy, but go back and get a job. And just like in the chick in Atlanta, 2 times 4 and get out, and we elect the Supreme Court. You got the other idiot hanging the flag upside down, his wife, guilty by association. But it's unprecedented. Here's what I think was going to happen. I think if he scratch my back, if he promises Biden he won't run, he'll find some excuse, some hall pass. Biden will pardon him. He'll say, listen, Donald, don't run. Just go away, and I'll pardon you like Ford pardoned Nixon. That's my prediction. I can see it happening. I won't serve any jail cell. He should. It's a felony offense, 34 felons, regarding that. I don't look at P. Diddy. If I was doing that, I've been in jail by now. Why he's running around? Jeffrey Epstein finally, they knew about him for a long, long time. Someone finally executed him. Like I said before, Jeffrey Epstein, you can have that island that he has, 21 or older. Hugh Hefner was 21 or older, but he also used a lot of drugs. You can have any kind of stuff that Jeffrey Epstein has, but it's 21 or older, and you don't need drugs. You sit around, smoke some dope, and drink some beer, and have a good time, and have a sex party. But Donald J. has been, well known with his behavior. out there, in the bus and everything else, and he's on his third wife, and anybody out there that sits there and tells me that the Christian people that follow this guy. But again, I come from YouTube, where we have Jeff Hagee and these people on here that get brainwashed by him. And I was listening to Howard Stern, his rise and fall, and he blamed his boorish behavior on mental illness. No, he's just trying the 15-year-old mind, and that's what he went after. Is Donald J. Trump went after the people my age or older, who, when I see people at these get-togethers, these rallies. I've never been to a rally in my life. I would love to go. If I was single tomorrow, there was one guy named Front Row Joe who used to go all the time, and he got in a big dust-up with some chick in Iowa, some older lady, and so just arguing, whatever he did to her, and then he was drinking and driving and got killed on the way home, way back from Florida. I know people flew down to Arizona. I knew a couple of people work. Are you crazy? Doesn't care. And he's asking for merge, but he's a grifter, like a lot of people here on YouTube are grifters. I don't ask for a damn thing. I mean, I get whatever I get here. I make $80 a month here on Spreaker from advertisement on my NFL podcast. This goes up on a non-monetized channel. I'm a working class guy. I go to work every day. My brother has passed on. He probably been, I don't know what he'd been saying, but my dad was independent Republican. He was a Republican. My mom was Democrat. My dad would probably be pissed. He'd be 90, but he'd be pissed. He was a union man Republican. And I mean, I remember when I was, I've told this story before, sitting in the garage, and when he was elected, I can't remember what year it was, when Carter got elected, and I asked him, how the hell that happened? He goes, cowboy, we're sipping on a beer. I was under the age of 18. I was in the garage, and he just looked at me. He goes, Nixon was a crook. And I guarantee it, if he would have been alive when Obama got elected, he would have said the same thing. He would have said it was the right time when Trump got elected, because they got sick and tired of the Clintons, everything else, and the Bushes, and then it was just time for the Donald J. Trump because of the behaviors. But it's time to clean. Now they always clean out the swamp and start. I heard the hunch. I call him Donald J. Trump the hunch, and I call Biden the plagiarizer. I don't like either one of these idiots. I vote. I go out and vote. That's what I do. I caucus. I try to get out. I encourage people to vote. I was listening to 93X, and they said, what's his name? The vacation with Nick. I said, don't register to vote because you'll be called to jury. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard anybody say. I just got summoned out in St. Paul, but for federal, and I said, listen, I got type 2 diabetes. I don't know if they'll bring me back anyways. I was on a jury before. I never got called in. But it's your civic duty, and these people did their civic duty. I mean, I like it, and now the harassment will start with these jurors. Which is, if you do that kind of behavior, that's a felony offense. You go to jail. People reach out to these people, and it just gets people not want to be jury. It's not an easy thing to sit through a jury and have a guy sleeping who's trying to deviate from what's going on. But it's the way she is. Well, he'll rant and rave tonight on his channel, and people are protesting and threatening the judge. You watch, and that's what people do. It's easy to brainwash uneducated, dumbass white boys. I said Jeff Hagee on here, the Hagee family, wanted to be part of the hell's his name again? Howard Stern. Same thing with Steel Toe Tard Show. The way you get the crazy people you can find and exploit them. Like I said, I was listening to the Rise and the Fall of him in a 40-minute video on him today, and it's a Jeff Hagee. He would gaslight people, and that's what Donald J. Trump, he gaslights people. And I get you like the guy, that's fine, but you don't burn down the city. Did here in this city when they murdered George Floyd, and they peacefully burned down my city, as Cashman said. Minneapolis and St. Paul. It's not a way to work. Again, God bless working class middle America. People just go to work every day and are just disgusted by both sides of the aisle. But again, if I did something like that, anybody else go to jail. I don't care who you are. You cuff and stuff them. Like I said, P. Diddy, the way he's treated women, and he's running around, they rated us out. Why isn't he in jail? Why isn't he cuffed and stuffed? And it just drives me insane. But I personally think if he decides not to run for some reason, he finds a way to have a health scare, whatever. And his wife has been nowhere to around Melania, and I feel sorry for his son, who's now just graduated. And, instead of could have had a fun time in the White House for 8 years, like Amy Carter did, and like the Obama daughters were, probably had great memories being 8 years and being in the office. The Bush daughters were old enough to be in there to enjoy the luxuries of flying around in a nice plane and having your dad be the strongest, the most important person in the world. But we get this behind us, and we all got to come united as a country and get along. We got Russia trying to beat the living crap out of Ukraine, and we have Iran over there and Palestine, which really isn't our problem. I don't know why we're giving them any kind of weapons. And when it comes to Palestine, don't kidnap someone's families and expect them not to retaliate. It'd be like me doing something to my next door neighbor, going over there and TPing his house or destroying his car, and him coming and me pissing him on. He comes and retaliates to my house. But you're going to be a married man third time around, and you cheat with a porn star. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd be proud to be able to sleep with her. Not that I'm going to, but she's a good-looking woman. It'd be nice to be able to be wealthy to make her flush to pay off all her bills. So I guess she had to pay the hunches law stuff. I'm surprised she doesn't do me OnlyFans and make money and pay off all her bills. I don't know if she does or not. But Stormy Daniels, I mean, I follow on Twitter. I mean, I'd love to have her on my podcast. It'd be great. Would you come on here? Hell no. I'm nobody. There's going to be a lot of people doing this stuff. I'm doing an audio for you guys. A lot of video people are going to be talking about this. The Midas Touch is pretty good. Listen to those guys. A lot of good guys on there that you'll see this all day long. I was doing my lawn, and my rider is getting fixed, and all of a sudden the push, I was attempting to the front yard, and then all of a sudden it got to, I wouldn't start, and I brought it up to the guy, so I had to wait to get all that stuff done. But I wasn't really going to do a show, but I figured, what the hell, we'll do this in the Cowpoke podcast. I usually do it in the car, but I figured I'll do it from the studio. But all 34 counts. We'll say it said he likely won't go to jail. I say, why not? Why not? Why can't he go to jail? I mean, I just should not be above the law. But again, we need to have term limits. The president should be 1 6-year term, and you're done. Then you'll have stop a steal 2 times 4 in the Senate and House, and you're done. 2 5-year terms are elected in the Supreme Court and done. So there's no stacking it. We elect them ourselves. Start and with the bill. Here's the bill. Yes or no. Next bill. Yes or no. No added on. No nothing. Just boom. Here's the bill. Get up there. How do you vote? Yes or no. Okay, it's no. Goes back in the bucket for next time. It's not that tough. It's negotiate. If you're going to negotiate up there on the Hill, I don't want any behind closed doors. I don't want to be. I want you out front. Okay. Some of these guys have that. The 30-second. What do you want to call it? What's the word I'm trying to think here? Of mind thought of a sex act. 30 seconds. It's like 15 seconds over on TikTok. That's all people can handle. But this is the drama that kind of that the Biden wants, and they can continue to send stuff over there to Ukraine. And there'll be people pissing and moaning, protesting and running around. But the working class who goes to work will talk about it. But the world will churn. The hunch has been well known of screwing people over when he built that casino. Out there in New Jersey, screwed people over, the working class, and he's just coming out saying stuff, and I guess he came out pissing and moaning about it, and his it's too bad. If I was a juror, I wish he would have spoke. It would have been nice. Maybe I did gag order, which is a bold-faced lie. It's too bad he didn't take the stand, and I guess if I was accused of something like that or whatever, I was accused by, and I know damn well I'm not. I'm going to get up and look right. Or if I did execute somebody for hurting my wife, right, killing a person in danger, I'd look them right in the eye and go, "Yep, guess what? I took this person out because they threatened my wife." Look them right in the eye and lean into my chair and go, "What would you do? It's your family, and someone's going to hurt your family. What would you do?" I'll be at the mercy of the court if you go out there back there and plead me guilty. but you look them right in the eye and go, I did not do any of this stuff. It's not a lie, just as long as you believe it to be the truth. That's the problem. I could, what's his name? John List was on the run for 19 years. Didn't really care because he, in his mind, did nothing wrong. I listened to videos on him. John List, same thing. He convinced himself he did nothing wrong. Killed his whole family, his mom, and had a new identity, found a new wife, and whatever else, and then was captured. And still, I'm not John List. I'm somebody else. And he finally was found. He died in prison on Good Friday. It was at 98 or something like that. So, another guy that just killed people with no remorse. That's how the hunch is. But I think Biden will say, listen, I'll make you a deal. You step aside, move on, and I will pardon you, and then we can move on. And, Biden, I don't hate Biden. I mean, he seems like a kind of cool guy to talk to, this guy.
The size of the size.
For salad? What are we having? Fish. That one, yep. But I just think it is what it is, man. It's gonna ripple through. But I think I know a lot of people who claim they like Trump, but when I talk we'll be in a room together. But then when we get together, they'll talk smack on the guy. I'll die at my feet before I live on my knees. I mean, my NFL podcast, I've never been afraid to say I don't like the hunch. May have cost me. I really don't care. Like I said, I'm independent. Thinking guy. I vote Libertarian, or I'll vote Amy. I've always liked Amy. I love her dearly. I think she's on her third or fourth term. She needs to move on, need fresh blood. But I shook her hand, thanked her. I said, hey, I'm not a Republican, but I did vote for you. She's a nice lady. She's a Minnesotan. She's one of us. Her old man was pretty cool. But I don't know. It is what it is, man. It didn't take very long. They needed some stuff, I guess, written back. They wanted to hear some testimony of Cohen, who's nothing but a criminal, lying then or lying now. But he stole from the hunch, too. He's another one, just, again, with a special place in hell for Cohen. I mean, people are going to threaten her even more now. She's, people are calling her, not even, it'd be like me threatening him on my company's cell phone or something. It's dumb. I guess I used to get emails all the time in the Cowpole podcast all the time when I first started podcasting, and one was a company guy who was threatening me. I called the company and I told the guy, I said, listen, I emailed the guy. I said, this is what this guy's been sending to me, my email. I mean, and they stopped. The guy called me back and I said, yeah, I stopped. He goes, well, I took care of it. And I said, that's not cool. And he was mad because I was doing Bill Clinton's voice, man. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. For somebody who didn't like it. And it's like, just a podcast, for Christ's sake. That was back in Blog Talk Radio Network days when it was the only place in town that had anything. You get a lot of listens, and it was kind of a fun place to speak your mind. You're a blogger, you're talking, right? You're a blogger. But, I'm looking over here right now on Blog Talk Radio Network, and I don't see testing. I don't see anything. Voices of Kevin Stewart. I don't see any. No broom for the Timberwolves tonight. I don't see anybody talking about the hunch on here on a lovely and talented Blog Talk Blowtorch Network. Congratulations to the young ladies over here, the hockey team. They're champions. I'm going to get a hat for my championship hats. I collect all championship hats. So, yeah, guilty as charged. I guess it was July, the sentencing. They're all talking about right now. I mean, I'm going to watch hockey tonight. Edmonton. No, it's the Stars tonight. So, Trump is convicted. Trump has blessed rigged, disgraceful charge to find him guilty. Let me see. Report Donald Trump's defense team was irritated judgment. It has irritated, of course. Irritated judgment. And have been found furious. I think they're saying the outrageous. That's the way she goes, man. Bitch, please. I still like broadcaster group rescinds their general award over Trump courthouse presser. That's pretty good. That was hilarious. Melania absent from Donald Trump's no surprise, of course. After a while, it's like they're gonna have I'm not producer on the and we're in Facebook process of Black Winter's show his first season. Yeah, okay. It's easy to say that now that he would use a double G hard R. Yeah, I mean, with American buying that, wow, wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. But I know his lawyer left a really good law firm to do this. But him sleeping in the courtroom was just a way to say, kiss my ass. I don't want to hear about it, right? And, yeah, he's... Way she goes, Donald J. Trump, the hunch. You're guilty, man. That's the way she goes. I'm going to call... Let me see. I'm going to rustle some... Call Ted the Talking Head. Let's see. Call Corey. Adam.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Cowpoke Podcast. The hunch is guilty. Let's see. Nope. I thought for sure he might be around. No Corey. Let's call Ted the Talking Head. Let's see if he's around. Let's see, Ted the Talking Head. So the hunch. No, Ted, no one can come on. I look for callers. I have to call around for callers to get people to come on. You know? Let me see. Where's my friend? Let me call him. No, don't JJ. What the hell?
Hi.
Nope. Oh well. I thought we would get him on, somebody on, but oh well. Too bad, no sweet Melissa. I could call Douche, but Douche has no idea. He wants to bail out somebody. But anyways, guys, guilty as charged, man. All 34 accounts. Donald J. Trump, right? It is what it is, man. But remember the military out there of all the branches, the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, the Navy, the Merchant, NASCAR, Coast Guard, the on uniform. We thank you so much for this lovely service of this country. You stormed those beaches in World War II, snapped the necks of the Krauts and freed the Jews. And we had Korea and Vietnam. And we appreciate the God Bless class, the men in blue, balls the size of basketball, ovaries of oak trees. Appreciate everybody out there kicking some ass and taking no names. We appreciate it very, very much. You are who you run with in life. You run with felons, you're going to be a felon. Okay, that's all there is to it. So, you want to safe sex. Put a condom on, but the people expect to wear a condom because you don't want AIDS or herpes or gonorrhea or needle penis. And don't drink and drive. Okay, call someone. You're going to murder somebody. Okay, just pick up the phone. Too much to drink. That's all you got to do. All right. Donald, will he go to prison? Doubt it. Anyways, presentation of the Cowboy Podcast, Fear Mongering Radio, NFL, NHL, 30th day of May 2024 in history today. Donald J. Trump, guilty on all felony counts, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it real. could use some of that. Good luck, Donald J. Crowd's on their feet.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Yahoo.